Hello everyone, I am Ratika Roy Bhattacharya. I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Study Together. In this series of videos, we are discussing about various groups of microorganisms. Till now, we have discussed about bacteria, algae, virus and protozoa. Today, we are going to discuss about that group of microorganisms which is very commonly found in our homes. They are found in moist environment, whether it be food like chapati, a loaf of bread, spoiled food or the wall's surface. We are going to discuss about fungi. The general features of the fungi are they are unicellular in structure. They can also be multicellular. So the unicellular structures are able to perform all the functions, whether it be photosynthesis, nutrition, respiration or excretion. The multicellular organisms are a group of cells which are able to perform a specific function. This group performs a particular function. The next point is they are a link between plants and animals. Why this is so? Because fungi represent the characteristics of both plants and animals. If we see their structure, they have root-like appearance. They do have a root-like structure which are able to absorb the nutrients from the substratum where they are present. This whole structure is known as mycelium, whereas this single structure is known as hyphae. This is all about the plant characteristic. Now, they also represent the animals as they are heterotrophic in nature. Heterotrophic in nature means they are not able to synthesize their own food. They are totally dependent on other organisms. They are either saprotrophs or parasites. The saprotrophs absorb their nutrients from dead and decaying organisms, whereas the parasites obtain their nutrients from the host. The host can be living organisms, example plants, animals or humans. Fungi are useful as well as harmful to us. The useful fungi, the best example is mushroom that we eat. It is the edible fungi, and they are harmful because they cause different types of diseases in humans as well as in plants. Candidiasis is the disease which is caused by Candida albicans. They also rot the food items present at our home. On the basis of their cell structure, we know that they are of two types, unicellular and multicellular. The examples are yeast and mold. The yeasts are unicellular structure and they show structure like this. And molds are multicellular in nature and they show structure like mycelium, or you can say the root-like appearance they have. Now quickly we will see the structure of yeast. Here we can see nucleus is present which controls all other activities in the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum is present which helps in transportation of food material and other components inside and outside the cell. Mitochondria is present which help in energy synthesis, and the energy is stored in the form of ATP. Cell wall is the outer covering of the cell which protects the cell organelles which are found inside the cell. Cell membrane is semi-permeable in nature which allows only the useful component to enter into the cell. Vacuole is present, which helps in storage of food material. Golgi bodies. Golgi bodies are the components which are left out when the endoplasmic reticulum lies. Fat globule is present, which stores the fat material. This bud is present. The bud helps in the reproduction process. Here we will see how the bud is helpful in reproduction process. This bud attains its maximum growth. After attaining its maximum growth, it detaches from the parent cell and form a different cell. In this way, this single structure gives rise to two new structures, or you can say two daughter cells. And in this way, the cell helps in reproduction process. Now we will see what are lichens. Lichen is a symbiotic relationship between fungi and algae. We know that fungi have root-like appearance, so these root-like structures absorb nutrients from the soil. These nutrients include organic or inorganic material, or it can be water. Now we know that algae has chlorophyll, so it can easily perform the process of photosynthesis. During the process of photosynthesis, water is required. So the fungi help algae by providing this water, whereas the food prepared by algae, this food is given to fungi. So in this way, we find that both of them are helping each other. So the relationship is symbiotic in nature, or you can say they are showing mutualism when both are benefiting from each other. In the next series of videos, we will be discussing about the role of microorganisms, how they are useful and harmful to us. Thanks for watching the video. Do subscribe to my channel for the latest updates.